What is going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 16 of Live with the Kranky Canadian. I pulled a never hear my freaking volumes up. Yes, I'm alive. Everybody, I appreciate all the well wishes. Everybody wants to know if I'm up for it. I am up for it. I hope it's going to be a great night, and I'm definitely happy to be back. So, Dave?
I'll hit it. Here we go.
All right, and that beat goes on. So, what is going on, everybody? Welcome to Monday night. We're about an hour later to accommodate our guest, the world famous, the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. JokerM21 himself. Say hello to the people.
What is going on, people in the chat? I want to say, first of all, thank you very much, Roger, for inviting me on the Kranky Canadian and for extending the time for me, man. Because you don't do that to everybody, you know what I mean? So
no, you gotta be special, man.
So thank you for that, man. But welcome back, Roger. Welcome back.
I appreciate it. And the man that's running the helm for me today, I'm still a little out of it, about 60%. For those of you that don't know, I've been out of the loop here for about 2.5 weeks with the coronavirus, trying to make my way back into civilization. So Dave in the cave is here for me. He's gonna help me out and produce this show. So Dave, say what's up to the people, man.
What's up, party people? Pulling the levers in the background. We got the voice of YouTube on tonight. I'm digging it.
That's right. That's it. Don't get much bigger than that, man. I mean, the voice. Close your eyes and you think of YouTube. You hear Joker.
Well, you know something. I've been working on every Monday, and it's kind of like conflicted with our schedule, and we kept on bumping heads, me and Roger. So finally, happy to be here, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
for sure. I'm definitely glad you're here, man. For my triumphant return from the vid 19.
Well, you're back, baby. You're back and stronger.
So, Mike's your first name, right? Not everybody knows that. Not everybody knows that. Why don't you tell YouTube a little bit about yourself and where you're from? You know, a little synopsis.
Well, everybody, if y'all don't know me, my name is Mike. Like Roger said, I've been with the Warriors for the past 2017 November. So it's already 3 years. Wow, 3 years with the Warriors. I started off with the auctions with them. I was a very quiet guy in the beginning. If you ever go back to check out the Warriors, my first appearances in there, and I just grew out of my show. At the same time, I knew my place. I was the last guy. I was the new guy, so I had to play my role. But I'm from the Bronx, guys, from New York. You already know everybody from the New York Warriors, from basically different boroughs, and that's mainly it, man. Now we're here. I grew a friendship throughout the YouTube community, and I got my own show with Broski. That was one of the benefits, and we're here now. That's it.
You know you're a Yankee fan. Are you a Giants fan too?
You know what? I'm a Packers fan. I don't match. I know it doesn't match, but I'm a Packers fan since '97.
Really? Yeah. So you're not as excited the fact that the Giants are in first place after starting 0-5.
the best 5-7 team ever, baby.
I do like the Giants, though. That's the team I'm rooting for. As long as they're not playing the Pack.
That's some funny stuff. So, all right. So you kind of touched on it, but you got your start on YouTube through the NY Warriors, right?
Yes.
Now was it just coming on the auctions, or were you on like chop ups and stuff like that? Because I don't know if I was back then was
All right. The origin of me beating the New York Warriors basically is it was what is it? Big Apple Con, I think it is. Big Apple Con up in Midtown over here in Manhattan in the New York City. They do it every, I think it's April or May of the year, and that same year to 2017, I was there with my son. So we was there for, I think Jim Lee was doing a signing. I think he was replacing Stan Lee. Stan Lee was supposed to be there that year. So and then I was on this Jim Lee line. I see Manny because I knew Manny already off the YouTube. So I just introduced myself. I was like, "Yeah, Manny, how you doing?" You know,
and you loved his electric personality so much.
You know, but you know, he was very, very, very like who's this? Like, who are you? You know, and stuff like, yeah, I watch you. You know, I was like a you know, like hyping him up. I was like, yeah, you do, you know, good, you know, content on YouTube, and I was watching, you know. So and then from there, you know, we kind of like grew. You know, I saw him in the next con, which was New York Comic Con, and we, you know, he saw me there, and we just grew from there. He asked me to be on the show. I think it was the week after on New York Comic Con. That Monday, as a matter of fact, the Monday after New York Comic Con, because you know, 3 days. So that Monday, he invited me, him and Biggs. And you know, little by little, they would invite me to, you know, as a special guest, and then I just
hadn't been on YouTube before then.
No,
so
not at all.
Been nervous as shit. Like your first appearance was with these guys.
yeah, it was. But I was doing comic haul videos before that, previous to that. But yes, I was scared. Yeah, I was with the Warriors. You know, Manny don't give, he don't care. You know, you know. So yeah, so that's my origins with the New York Warriors. You know what I mean? So it was before the auctions.
So then you start your own channel.
Yeah.
And most of you were doing auctions, right?
I would, like I said, I had a channel before that, but I just would never go live. So I would do whole videos, and I would start off. Me and Josh was talking off air. I bumped into Josh, I think, throughout Chad RCG's auction or whatever, and we was talking off air. And he was kind of like he had a collection from one of his LCSs, and he wanted to, you know, push him. So I was like, you know what, you know, me and him came together, and he was like, you should do it on your channel because you know everybody's, you know they like you doing auctions or whatever. So I was like, all right, no problem, I'll try it, because I wasn't thinking it was a good fit. So I tried it, and it turned out to be good. You know, I tried it, and for the past, what is it? I think I did it for like 2-3 months or something like that, and then I just stopped because it was just overwhelming after a while. Yeah. The auction was just too overwhelming, you know. But yeah,
especially with like you guys were like Tuesdays and Biggie was Monday or whatever, and just of course you were on both of them because once you became the voice of the auctions, everybody wanted you MC in that shit, right?
yeah. You know, I mean, don't get it. You know, they treated me well. They paid me off very well. You know, because you know I had nice little AOKs here and there from Chad and them, and I'm thankful for that from Thoro and stuff. So yeah, man, I always and I enjoyed it. You know, honestly speaking, it was just one of those things that I really enjoyed just doing. Talking with the chat. Chat is always entertaining, and I feel like the chat is mostly the main thing, main the guests. They're the main guests when it comes to live auctions or live shows, because you know they keep it entertaining and they always spice it up. You know.
Yep.
Yes, I was having a conversation with Everett how you know, over the last couple weeks when I was sick, I can't really be in the chat, but I'm like I was watching a lot of YouTube shows, and some of the stuff it's kind of slowed down a couple weeks ago. So I was watching shows I don't normally watch, you know, and there were people asking questions in the chat, and even I was, you know, I added a little bit, and they didn't acknowledge the chat.
Yeah,
I'm like, how can you have a live show and not acknowledge the chat? Why will people watch?
Yeah,
if
exactly.
you don't acknowledge the chat, you're there, and the chat is there because they like to engage what's going on. You know, exactly. Dave's paying attention to the chat. He's popping up some of the funny comments. Yeah. If anybody has a question for Joker, by all means, throw it up in the chat, and we'll get it up there. We'll get it answered.
Yeah,
but Manny's the guy who repairs all the GI Joe vehicles. Guns, smoking a fat cigar, a dirty white shirt.
Copies coming out of the gate with some fire in the comments. Let me tell you.
So I agree with you. And hey, nobody's on almost as many live broadcasts as you than I am. So I definitely understand the mystique and the. I love being live. I love being able to talk to the people on there. I love being able to be in the chat. People asking questions. It's part of the reason I started this show. You know, I have a tough time doing pre-recorded videos. So you definitely found your niche with the, you know, being no matter what show you're on, whether it's a chop up or it's a auction, making sure that the chat gets acknowledged. And that's huge.
Yeah,
I think that's huge.
Yes, that's main. That's my main goal when I was talking to Broski when we're Gomez, and I feel like he's kind of taking that part off of me, because it is true. Like when you have a live show, there's something different from us just doing a show, because that's just kind of just bland. You have a topic and you talk about what you talk about, but at the same time you want to involve. Hey guys, you got a question or whatever. You take whatever. Yeah. Like if we have our top covers. People will send me in on IG like, oh, we have top covers of Spider-Man, and they want to show off their collection. And I like that's kind of like their part of the show. So I like interacting with the chat, definitely, man, because they make, like I said before, they make the show and they spice up everything. You know what I mean?
I absolutely, and it's the reason that when you have a good live show and you interact with the chat, that you end up getting a lot of people in there live sticking around because it's fun. Yeah. We did our live show Friday, and a big shout out to Austin out there in Alaska. I mean, think about how much we made that kid's day, with all the disabilities he has, for him to come on the show and say hi, and for us to just stop what we're doing and acknowledge the fact that this young man was on there and he was watching us and he loves us and he appreciates everything we do for him. It's pretty cool, and I agree with you. And I don't understand the shows where people are doing a live show and they don't acknowledge the chat whatsoever. So hopefully they learn from that.
Yeah, definitely.
Excuse me. So, all right. So you move on and you meet the broski.
Yes.
All right, the brother likes being acknowledged. So, so you meet broski and you just meet him in the chats, right? Tell us a little bit about how that happened.
Wow. We did meet in the chats. We always talk through IG off air. It's Google Hangouts. There was Google Hangouts, so we do always, and it was just interactive back and forth. And the show East Meets West was born like a while ago before you even started, because we always talk about it. And when Biggs actually gave me the idea, he was like, you should do your own show. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try that, because that's my big brother. And if he gives me advice or whatever, I'm gonna go with it. I'm gonna try it, Excuse me. So and then I reached out to Broski, because that's the first person I thought of. I was like, you know what? Let's try this show. And it came to, the name was off the bat East Meets West. I knew it already because I'm from the East, he's from the West. And originally it was supposed to be a two-man show. And it kind of,
the first couple weren't they?
They were. And then the Doom came on. He was one of our special guests. I think for one of our first 5 guests or whatever, because it was Josh, I think it was Biggs, E-Rod. A lot of people did the show before. We had a panel. And when the Doom came, we chopped it up with him afterwards. And the Doom was like, yo, you have a good thing going on. And I feel like, if you bring a little bit more people in here and, you'll spice it up, because, at the same time, because, just hosting me and Broski and talking was a little difficult checking the chat. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, it's kind of hard because we're into acting and we're feeding off each other. And me paying attention to the chat, it was getting a little difficult. So I was like, you know what? Let's try that. So we brought in Josh. So Josh was our first guy. And I already spoke to you. Told you about Josh, that we was always talking behind backstage, and we asked him, he was already doing my auctions. He was my lead guy in the auctions. I told him, can you be our special guest? And without a doubt, he was like, yo, Mike, I got you.
He's no like, problem. Bro, I got the place for you to bag and board, man.
Exactly.
Yes. I mean, what better place to bag and board than live on YouTube?
Listen, first appearance of him bagging and boarding was the East Meets West. You know what I mean?
So, that's a big one.
Yeah, man. So he came on and he did well. Josh, when it comes to him and his opinion, I enjoy it. I enjoy him talking about it, because he don't hold back. He'll tell you how it is. And after that, I told the Doom, I was like, the Doom, I asked him, because before East Meets West, I don't know if these new guys know about the Doom, but the Doom been on YouTube for a while. And he had a crew too before East Meets West, and it was the 9.2 crew, which was Alex the Comic Hoarder, Freddy's. Who else was this? David Sikini Mint. You know what I mean? It was those guys, and I used to watch those guys. I was part of the Warriors, but I was already watching those guys, and they were coming up, and they did great content all the time. It was Sunday at 1:00, I think, during the afternoon Eastern, and they were doing great. They were doing their thing. So I was like, you know what? And they stopped doing it out of nowhere. So I was like, Doom, if you're available Sundays, come through, and I'd love to have you as a panel member. And he jumped on. He was like, no doubt, I got you. And the Doom is very informative. He loves his covers, variant covers. He loves these rare books.
I had him on my show, and we chopped it up for an hour plus after the show. He's a great dude, man. Just like I had the same experience with you and Gomez, and just talking to you guys is like I've known you forever, and it's just knowing you from YouTube,
Yeah, listen, man. You know what it is you get good vibes from people. If you get good vibes, then you'll have that connection, and you'll have the conversation. Yes,
I gotta go back and watch that.
And watch episode 27, the East Meets West, and you'll find out.
Go watch that one. We fellas, we had a question come through from where is it? Michael Benston. So Joker, Dave, and Roger, favorite thing about doing auctions, and do you have any lined up?
I mean, the chat again.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah, we sell books and stuff, but we're not getting rich off of it. And when you spend 6 hours with a group of guys selling books, bullshitting with the chat, laughing. I mean, epic things have happened at 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yep.
And become things. The Roger rant was born from an auction. The McDonald's and the KRS-One meme was born from an auction. So to me, it's just like doing a live show, but it's 5 hours long. It's the chat and having a good time with people.
Yeah, I'm the same. The chat. My thing is the chat is important. Good conversation with your panel members, because you have to have that communication, because you got to keep the chat live. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When I used to love doing it when it came with the Warriors. When it came to Chad's auction, Thoro's auction, everybody would let everybody in the auction, your panel, you have jokes, laughs, and everything. You have to have the chat wanting more and keep them on their toes. Because if you have an auction just showing a book and just talking about the book and just that's it, and it's kind of bland to me. You know what I mean? So
I agree.
So that's key. Communication with your panel members, and definitely the chat, man. Keep the chat live.
And and what's great is a lot of the inside jokes that go from auction to auction. I mean, there's plenty of times where I've busted like Mr. Let's stones about something that happened in a chat before, and then other people were jumping on there because they were in there. It really does make for a fun time.
Yeah, it does. And what reminds me of that is spine ticks, where their memes and the videos is like, it's something you say will get you you know what I mean?
I know what you mean, trust me. I'm pretty sure I'm the most memed guy from spine ticks in the history of YouTube, especially that 4 or 5 hour night they should have kicked me off before I even got on.
That was fun.
Pre-game, yeah, I'm sure it was fun. I'm sure it was fun for everybody else. All right, so everybody knows we see in all the chats. You're a very charismatic guy. Really know how to play the chat, and that's important.
Yeah.
Before I go on, speaking of the chat, Dave, you want to go through the chat and give some shout outs? I forgot to do that at the beginning of the show.
That's all good, man.
Sorry about that, man. Here I am talking about it.
We apologize, guys. We apologize.
Now I'm thinking, I kind of clicked, and my brother said, I like to get knowledge. Oh, wait a minute. Guys, remember, I'm still only working on 60%, man.
Listen, I'm just following your lead. So
I screwed that up. We should have shouted out the chat before. You want to drop back and shout out the people we got in the chat?
For sure. So I'll go back as far as I can. We got 3 Men in a Basement in here. Otto, look at that guy.
What up?
We got Jeff. We got Gomez, Broski. We got Street Side Anthony. What's up, brother? We got Lon Espinoza. We got Copy 801. We got Sith Lordly of the Spine Ticks. Yes, sir. T Ravis. We got Lady Sith Lordly. So Sith's better half, which is awesome. We got Wes. We got who else do we have in here? Emerald Knight. What's up, dude? Harry Old Fat Guy, he was in and out. I saw him leave. Austin, what's up, dude? Thanks for joining. We have New Village Comics. That's a new name. That's dope. Thanks for joining us. Sparks Comics. We have BLC in the building. What's up, dude? There you go. And I think, and then the brother, Dave Levesque, he's in the building. Sam, we got Johnny Dakota. Noah's in here. Thanks for joining, dude. And I think I got everybody.
Something Wong.
Oh, Something Wong's in the building.
Here, see yourself. Azor's Tiger, you're up in here, brother.
Yeah, there he is. Chin Mo's in here.
Astro Wizard.
Nice.
Did you get Sparks, the Quidditch King?
Yeah, we got Sparks. We got 40 people hanging with us. So.
Jay Salsa, Chinmo.
What's up, Jay Salsa? Yeah,
all right, guys. Sorry about that. And if we miss you, keep up in the chat. We'll be popping up things. In the description of the video, you'll find a link to Joker's Instagram page. You'll find Joker's YouTube page link. That's always on there as part of Friends of the Show, but I also post it up higher because he's a guest. So if you need the links, they're in the description of this this video. If you have questions for Joker or myself or Dave, throw them in the chat. Dave's paying attention to the chat, and we'll get them answered. And all right, now that we did that, and I didn't screw that up too bad. So you got East meets West. You do some of the. You don't do any more pre-recorded videos, right? On your channel?
You know what? I've been trying to get back to that, but just doing the East meets West alone, like the graphics and all that, it's just been taking so much time to do an old school haul video, which I really enjoy. I love those old school haul videos, the first person video camera view, and just showing your books, boom, because it's all about the books. You know what I mean? Those haul videos. And I need to get back in that. Broski's been doing it. The Doom, James. You know what I mean? I'm trying to get Josh to do it, you know, because he needs more content on his channel. But we'll see, man. I might do it. I might do it again. I might jump back on that, man. You know, we'll see.
Why is the Joker called the Forgotten One? Interesting. I didn't know you were called the Forgotten One.
That's a good question, Maestro. That's the first one for me right there, man.
The copy had a good one too. The real question is, can Joker do a good Mark Hamill laugh?
Oh hell no, I'm not attempting that. That's the best you get. That's it right there. Oh man.
And then Monster Warrior's got a question. Joker, your favorite read, and Roger, how you doing, dude?
Well, let Roger answer his first. You know, this is show.
I'm doing much better than I was on Friday. For those of you that watched the 3 Men in the Basement live show, I'm gonna try and make an effort to go back to work tomorrow, but still a little beat up at about 60%. Thanks, guys.
Nice, good to have you back, Roger, man. And
to
answer his second question about what's my favorite read is gonna be The Long Halloween from Batman. All right, that's just one of my favorite reads, man, of Batman of all time. That, The Killing Joke, anything Batman. I'm a Batman guy, so yeah, man. But then don't get it twisted. I like some Marvel too. You know what I mean? I like some Marvel stories. You know, so that's it. That's it.
So Sparks actually laying it out on the line. Joker doesn't want to become a clip. Well played. Well played.
Yo, listen, you gotta think, Sparks. You gotta think sometimes.
Oh, that's fantastic.
That is funny. Yeah, you know what I just got in was the trade paperback of the Killock. That was nice. I don't know if you read that. That was Killock is it's an IDW, right, Dave? It's was written by a guy called his name's Livio Ramondelli, and Livio does a lot of artwork for Transformers, and we had him on our show a couple years ago. Some of these guys had gotten some remarks from him and stuff, and we had him on the show. Well, the end of IDW picked up his 5-book story. It's called The Killock, and it's a really, really good story. If anybody ever is looking for something new to read, but the trade paperback just came out. That just came in the other day, so I'll definitely be reading that again. Okay. Definitely worth it.
Nice.
You still do auctions on your channel, Joker?
I haven't done an auction in a few months already. But I think I might come back in 2021. We'll see, man. We'll see. We'll do one. But I'm doing it smart this time. I'm not doing them every week. I'll do them once a month. Once a month is fine.
It's a lot. It's a lot of work, man.
Yeah,
it's a lot of work.
I should have learned from the Warriors, because the Warriors was doing every week, and then me and Biggs we try to switch off. It was like, you do 1 week, I'll do 1 week. We'll switch.
Yeah,
it didn't work either. That was just too much too.
It's so much preparation. I mean, I was on Very Gary's and I prepared for 2 months. We had ours the next month, so I needed the full month to reload.
And then
it's so much.
And then packaging it up and sending it up. Oh, speaking of that.
Oh shit!
There we go.
I got something to say, and I wasn't sure we were going to get there, but since it went there, listen, we all do auctions, and when you do an auction, somebody pays you right away because you're at their mercy. You're not going to say, "Hey, when you get the book, send the money." But on top of that, there's also an understanding that if you pay me right away, I'm going to get that book out as soon as possible. Okay. Almost 3 weeks ago, I bought books on the same night from 2 different auctions. Okay. These 2 people, today I received one of them. The other one I still haven't gotten. We're almost 3 weeks later. One of the people I reached out to gave me a tracking number that said it was printed but never received by the post office. Listen, I'm not an idiot. I know what that fucking means. All right. So don't, And the other one, after 2 weeks, I said, "Hey, still haven't received my books. Oh, I'll get those out as soon as possible." Wait a minute. You'll get them out as soon as possible. It was 2 weeks. He didn't even have them fucking packaged up yet.
Wow.
Didn't even have them packaged up yet. I'm like, bro, that is just wrong. You wanted my money right away. You've had it for 2 weeks and you don't even have it packaged up yet. Now, they've both come back. One of them refunded my money. Said, I didn't know you didn't get it yet. You should have told me, because I did tell them. And then I reached out to the auction they were on and basically said, if it were my auction and I had someone on there that pulled that, I'd want to know. Because when you're doing auctions all the time, like whether it's Biggie or you or, Thoro, if you have somebody on there that's not packaging well or not sending the books in a timely manner, you don't want to keep having them on there, right? You'd want to know.
Yeah, absolutely right. Absolutely right. One of the reasons why, and I'm sorry, I don't have new sellers on my auction. I'm not that type. If I know you and we have a relationship like Josh or Let or anybody, they're invited anytime on my auction. But if you're new and I don't know you, you have to have a reputation first.
That's all you have is your reputation. So for someone to here it is almost 3 weeks later, I got the one set of books from the person who refunded me. Now I'm pretty tempted to just send them the money back because I don't want to be a jerk. I don't want the books for free. I just want you to send them to me. Listen, again, if you have an auction on Wednesday, Thursday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and you don't send it to the following Monday because you need the weekend to package it up, whatever, I get that. But that means the latest a week and a half to 2 weeks, I get the book in my hand.
Mm-hmm.
And that's pushing it.
Yeah.
For someone to tell me after 2 weeks, oh, I'll get that out ASAP. Sorry, I'll throw some more stuff in. No. I will never buy from these two people again. And they're on auctions with people that have auctions all the time, and I've never had trouble with, and so I just reached out to them and said, hey, FYI, I still haven't gotten these books. I'd want to know. And the other two people kind of like, well, I wish you'd have told me. I did. After 2 weeks, I asked you where my books were. I'm not chasing you down. And I really just did that as a courtesy to the people who had them on their channel so that they know what's happening. So if you're going to be on auction, guys, and you're going to sell books and people are going to pay you right away, put the goddamn books in the mail as soon as possible. You have no right to hang on to those books when somebody pays you immediately for that and they pay you for shipping. There's no reason for you to be hanging on to that. I don't give a shit how busy you are. I don't give a shit. Okay. And if something happens, like say you come down with COVID, reach out. Hey, bro, I'm sick. I'm going to try and get these out as fast as I can. You're gonna be like, okay, I appreciate that. Let me know when you can get them out.
Yeah. Communication is everything. But
I was just about to say that, Dave.
Roger, tell him why you mad, son.
I just the one that made me the most angry was, oh, I'll get that out of ASAP. I'm like, what? What do you mean? It's been over 2 weeks. You're telling me that if I didn't say anything to you, you still wouldn't have sent them. And I still haven't gotten them. And that was almost a week ago. So, yeah I got tracking, but once again, first couple of days said it was created and not received by the post office. Mm-hmm. So, listen, guys, if you want your reputation to be tarnished, the best thing you could do is send that thing in a freaking padded envelope with no other protection and don't send it for a couple of weeks because I will never buy from them ever again. It's not worth it. It's my hard-earned money. I'm not giving it to you to sit on a book for 3 weeks and then, God forbid, I forget that I bought the damn thing. Thank God I wrote these down. I start writing them down because you get buying stuff at auction so often. Sometimes you forget what you buy,
Roger, you're better than me because I don't write down shit. Shit just shows up. I
had to start recently because I was like, I got this huge box. I'm like, I don't even remember buying this. I got to start writing this stuff down. And luckily this time I did. I wrote down whose auction it was on, what I bought, and the date.
Smart. Might just start
smart.
That.
So I gotta start doing that.
Yeah, you know what it is because there's so many auctions, there's so many different people on there. If Joker, if you have an auction and if you have an auction and someone's on there and they do that to me and I've never bought from them before, okay, I'm buying because I trust them because they're on your auction.
Yeah.
Some of these other guys will take a chance on somebody.
Yeah.
Like you said you won't, there's a lot of people who won't. Some people will. And when you take a chance on somebody and then you dick the people over that are buying from you, Bro, you're gonna expect that you're not gonna be asked to come back, and 2, nobody's gonna buy your shit.
Exactly.
I'm not. I'll never buy from these 2 again. I don't care what books they have.
There you go. Sam's got a good question. So, Roger, they're not going to be a guest on the show?
Definitely not going to be a guest on my show. Definitely not going to be a guest on my show. It's just like the last 2 shows I've done. The last one, I had a rant about the packaging. Remember, the thing came in a padded envelope with no cardboard. You know, like, I mean, what are you guys thinking? You all you have is your reputation. If that's the way you're going to treat the people buying from you, they ain't going to buy from you anymore.
Yeah, not a chance. But Johnny Dakota speaks to it too. I mean, if you demand payment right away, then that book should be out in 48 hours. And no, I'm glad, my man. I'm glad.
Yeah, I mean, listen, the first time I was on an auction, the big auction I was on with Gary, I had 40 packages to sell. The last one went in the mail on Tuesday. By the following weekend, all 40 people had gotten their packages.
Heck. And Sith firing shots. Unknown sending Roger a top loader for Christmas.
Hashtag top loaders. That's it.
All right, that's all I got to say about that.
It's good. That was a good one.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
Getting right back on the saddle. I like it.
Yeah, if you had gotten me a couple days ago and when I got the old, I'll get that out ASAP. What? I almost did one of those FaceTime on Instagrams to see the guy's reaction. Like, this guy can't be serious right now. All right. So, Joker, you made it to Connecticut Crawl number 2.
Yeah.
It was great. I finally got to meet you in person with David and Cave.
We met the Jersey Crawl. We met on the Jersey Crawl.
Yeah, Mike came through Jersey.
I'm sorry.
Wow, what
I apologize.
I
apologize. You're right.
It's all good, man.
So what do you think? Tell people what you thought about the Connecticut Crawl and some of the takeaways you had.
Listen, this is the first time I experienced. What we did in Jersey, but it's always with you guys.
Yeah, well, the one in Jersey wasn't a crawl; it was
just a swap.
It was a swap. You're absolutely right.
Just one spot.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. But the crawl was amazing. I think it was something I would definitely do after this bullshit pandemic. We're doing more often. We got to do that more often because
hell yeah,
y'all guys are awesome. You know what I mean? I had a good time. Y'all were great hosts. Thank you for everything y'all did that day. The shirts were awesome. You know what I mean? So shout out to Dave, for that. And I got to meet Josh for the first time in person. We talked so many times over, on off airs and on our shows online basically. But met him first. Great dude. He's the same thing. He was the person that you see him is the same person you see him in person like that. He's the same way. So it's great interacting with you guys, and it was a fucking blast driving up there with Erod and Manny. Yo, non-stop laughing up there. It was hilarious, that ride, bro. Those are my homies. I ride with them anywhere, man. You know what I mean? So a great time, man. Yo, whenever y'all do Comic Crawl 3, I'm there, bro. Hands down. And I know I was ready for that because
he had a great time.
Yeah, we got to get him out.
Yeah.
He's always working.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it.
Yeah. Joker was great, man. Yeah, you too, Dave, man. Awesome, man. Your brother, Uncle Frankie. I met them all, man. Dude, the guys in Connecticut to Cammy. What can I say? You know what I mean? Great host.
Yeah, and unfortunately, you guys had to cut your day short because you missed Sarge's. You guys would have had a blast there. But we understand. We understand. Shit happens.
Gomez.
Josh
and then Sam with the closer. So Josh
in the car. Bagging in the car. What was funny is that this is the first time Josh and E-Rod, and I'm like, they could be like, I'm totally upset. I'm like, both of you fucking guys are
short, right. By a quarter inch. They're already over a quarter inch.
Oh man.
Oh, Kid Collector saying the Power Pack's gonna come to the next comic crawl. Yo, we need permission slips, bro.
Yeah, permission slips.
Yeah, consent. Yes.
Actually, you gotta bring your parents.
That too. That's a good idea.
Because we can't be trusted.
Yeah,
we'll get you guys in trouble.
I'm lucky my children are alive. much less other people's.
Yeah, for real. All right. So, first thing you ever collected.
First thing I ever collected was baseball cards. Baseball cards was my first thing I ever collected, and I got into comics because of one of my childhood friends. I don't know him anymore, but he had a stack of comics, Spider-Man comics, And I went to his house, and I just read them and just fell in love with comics since then. But my first thing was baseball cards. I still have some baseball cards. I just stopped collecting them after a while, because comics just stole my heart. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, back in the day, I was a big time collecting. Listen, I'm a Yankee fan now, but I was more active back then with the cards and the Yankee team. I was just everything, Yankees, and I loved it. You know what I mean? So yeah, baseball cards was my first thing I collected.
Nice. And
Yes.
how old were you when you started collecting comics?
How old was I? Let me see. I was about like 9 or 10, something like that. Yeah, 9 or 10. My grandfather used to every Sunday used to bring me he bring me a pack of Sunny Delight, some corn chips and a pack of baseball cards every Sunday. Like that was just our thing, I guess. You know what I mean? And he got me into my baseball cards, and after a while, I just started buying and buying. And I have like 25% of my collection from now. I don't know where. I think it's somewhere in my mom's basement. Like the rest of my baseball cards, but I have some baseball cards here with me, So, yeah.
So how old were you when that switched over to comics?
I met my childhood friend about like 11, 12, something like that, and yeah, something. Yeah, I mean, I knew of comics before that, you know what I mean, but once I met him, I just that just stole my heart right there, man. Just amazing spot. I forgot what it was. I think it was believe it or not, it was one of those the Clone Story 90, what is it, 92, 93, the Clone Story ASM, and yeah. I don't know if y'all remember what I'm talking about, but yeah, there was like the Clone Story was like the main hot story. Peter Parker was a clone and all that stuff, and I started reading that. I found it interesting. Now it's just a piece of shit, not to me, but back then it was awesome. It was an awesome read, and I enjoyed it. And you could say about like 11, I was my age of getting into the collecting comic books.
So your favorite comic in your collection?
My favorite comic in my collection, and this is one of my prized possessions, and it has nothing to do with anything else, is this one right here, man. This one right here is I don't know what the hell this is. Right?
Nice.
But my son drew me this. This is his first comic when he was about, I think, was like 7 or 8 or whatever. And you see a whole panel of Spider-Man there.
That's awesome.
Yeah, to be continued. I still don't have,
continued.
I'm still waiting, but this is one of my prized possessions that'll go nowhere. Yeah, so there you go, man.
That's cool.
It's not a Hulk 181 or it's not a Batman number, but it's my son's drawing, man, and he, it means a lot to me, a lot.
So I don't know if that's the answer to my next question, but we on all our channels we try to stay relevant. We do our shows, we show new pickups, we show, what are you picking up this week, yada yada yada. So, is there something in your personal collection that you don't get to show all the time because you're busy trying to stay relevant? Is that?
Yeah, that's it. Because nobody ever seen this. This is the first time ever I showed it.
Show that again.
Right there, bam.
Look at that. I love it.
His initials over here, MGM over here. You love it. And then you just got the panel there going. You see that?
Earth is mine. No. To be continued. Dun, dun,
there you go. I got. You know what? After this, I'm gonna tell a Wabbit issue too. I want to know.
I mean, it's never too late.
Yeah, definitely. And he's an artist. My son, he picked up a couple things. He likes to draw, whatever. He obviously got better than that. And he got into stop motion videos. He's really nice with the stop motions. Yeah, I'm trying to push him to do a YouTube channel and show off his stop motion stuff.
Hell yeah. So, even like the behind the scenes stuff, just in like how tedious and monotonous it is.
Yeah.
And setting all that up. I would watch that. That's cool.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, man.
All right, so you go to Joker's YouTube. Gonna quit drawing now. It's just healthy competition, man. He doesn't gotta quit.
That's it, keep him on his toes.
That's right. So you go to YouTube. You go to Joker's Instagram page. Yes. I don't know if you have Facebook. I don't do a lot of stuff on Facebook. Definitely not a lot of comic related stuff. Okay, so they look at all that. Now you like comics, they like figures, they know you like Christmas in October when you put your tree up. now it fits. But so what is something that nobody would know about you, just by looking at your social media?
All right. Well, obviously, yeah. Comic books is all that you see there on IG or whatever. But yeah, one thing you don't know about me, I'm a big music guy. Besides hip hop, I love hip hop. I'm born and raised in the South Bronx, so there's nothing but hip hop here. But the same friend that introduced me to comics was the same friend that introduced me to rock. Introduced me to punk, and I love punk. I love rock. And one of those bands that I like is gonna be Chili Peppers. Chili Peppers is one. I'm a big time Red Hot Chili Peppers fan. I've been to their 2 concerts. I went to Lollapalooza a few years ago in Chicago. Yeah, it was awesome. And they were here in the Garden. I think it was 3 years ago or something like that. So I saw them there too. So I'm a big Chili Peppers fan. If nobody knows, because I don't have that out there in IG. So I'm a big time music guy. Besides hip hop, that's it. Peppers. It's the Peppers, man.
See that? That's we found out about Dave too when he when we asked him that question all those many months ago.
The Chili Peppers are a great show, man.
Yeah,
they are a great show.
Yes, they are, man. I've been to a bunch of shows, and I've been to a Jay-Z concert. I've been to a Green Day concert. I've been to a Kid Cudi, everything. And Joe, there's nothing like a Red Hot Chili Pepper concert. They just so hype at that age, and it just amazes me, man.
So we got a little bit of sporting breaking news. The Washington football team knocks off the 11-0 Pittsburgh Steelers tonight.
Oh, really?
So the 72 Dolphins are clinking their champagne as we speak. So no undefeated teams left in the NFL. So there you go.
Oh man,
Jets are still. Right? I'm sure those Buccaneer team from what year is happy to have company in that department.
They snatched defeat from the jaws of victory yesterday.
Yeah. What's the one thing you don't do when the guy's got 50 yards to go with no time on the clock? Blitz. What does the Jets do? Blitz.
Send the house. No coverage. We don't need
everybody. We don't need to cover the best player with 2 people.
2 rookie corners. You guys got it. Man to man. Go.
So did that knock our Giants out of first place? Is it 1 day spent, or do we win the? We beat them twice, right?
Yeah, we get the head-to-head, but they're tied for first. So same record. Whopping 5-7. Yes.
My man Sparks comment said, "Wait, no Nickelback." Listen, man, Nickelback is too cool for me, man. That's all I gotta say. They too cool for me. I'm
the same way when it comes to music. In high school, I was a big hair band guy. Coming out of there, I've seen Rage Against the Machine a bunch of times. All those like Motley Crue, Kiss. I've seen each of those bands probably 10 times. I was a big concert guy. I love going to concerts. So especially when they opened up the outdoor stadium here in Hartford, we would go to concerts Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Sometimes we wouldn't even know who the hell was playing. We would just show up and get tickets to. But sometimes that's the best way, because one night, we ended up walking out after the second song with Jewel, but a band called Rusted Root opened up for her. And I'm a huge Rusted Root fan now because of it. The music was just definitely not something you expected to be with Jewel. It's more of a Dave Matthews type of vibe kind of music, Yeah. So
that's the one thing that I'm missing. Shows. Shows. I got an email from Ticketmaster the other day. Rage Against the Machine is touring next summer. They're in MSG for like 6 dates, and then they're up at Mohegan for 2 in August. I'm like, please. Please.
We got to go. I saw Rage with Beastie Boys. Talking about a show that was in New York.
Nice.
I saw not Rage Against the Machine, but where was Tom Morello, the guitarist from Rage Against the Machine?
Yeah.
He was guitaring with Jane's Addiction and Lollapalooza a few years ago. Oh man, that was that's awesome, cool. Man. Awesome. It was awesome time, man.
Nice.
Yeah, Lollapalooza was a trip, man. It was a trip. Definitely, I recommend it. That's one of my favorites.
We used to go to all the Family Values and Ozfest, because that was the same thing,
Yeah.
System of a Down I never heard of until they opened up for Black Sabbath at Ozfest. Just phenomenal. Probably the sickest show I've been to was Wu-Tang with Rage Against the Machine. That was
that must have been a dope show.
I was just glad I had seats, because the lawn was just an absolute terror.
Yeah. Nice, man.
So, all right, enough about that. That's pretty good. I'm glad you shared that. I never would have known that about you.
Awesome.
So Hollywood knocks at your door. Mike,
we
want to make a superhero movie. You get to pick whatever superhero it is. Who is that and why?
I'm too poor to be Batman. Because Batman was my guy.
It's fantasy, man. You can be whatever you want. Have as much money as you want.
If that's the case, then definitely Batman. Batman. It's always been my guy. It's always been, my favorite superhero. He's dark. The stories are dark, and it's just like New York City, dark over here, over in the Bronx. So it fits my character. It fits, we have a connection there, with Batman, with that character. So besides being the money and all that stuff, but just the whole world, Gotham City and stuff like that, I can understand that, and not literally, you know what I mean, but I understand the dark world in Gotham City. So I will say Batman. I would love to play Batman.
So Batman's your favorite superhero?
Yeah, Batman is my favorite superhero. Yes, it is. Yes.
So you do, how would you do a better job than Vampire?
Something that he hasn't disappointed yet from what I've seen. From what I've seen, that first teaser. So I am interested. I am interested. He has my attention. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah, you know what? I'm with you. I think it looked good from what we've seen. Yeah. Hopefully, that wasn't all the good parts.
Yeah, exactly.
That was all 25% of what they filmed.
Yeah.
Dump it all.
Yep. So yep, it'll be Batman.
I like that guy.
I like that guy.
Yeah.
Raj.
I might have been drunk, but you knew what I was saying. Damn it.
Yeah, listen, you can't hide from the spine ticks. They'll catch you anywhere, man.
5 hours of me. I should have been in bed. Sometimes you think these guys are your friends. You think they're your friends, and then they set you up for failure. All right, I think we have I have a thing for this. Rapid fire.
Yes.
Oh, boy.
All right, so I got 10 questions here.
Well, 10? Oh, shit. Okay.
Hey, it's the idea behind this is say the first thing that comes off the top of your head.
All right, let's try this. Let's try this. Go ahead.
Superman, Captain Marvel, who wins?
Superman.
If you were a cartoon character, who would you be and why?
I will be the He-Man. There you go. I don't know why.
It's the first one that popped in your head, right?
That's the first thing that popped in my head.
That's a good reason. Dunkin' or Starbucks?
Believe it or not, Dunkin'. I'm a Dunkin' guy.
Favorite superhero? We already said
Batman. Yeah.
Favorite villain?
Joker.
Oh.
Favorite childhood cartoon?
It's gonna be, believe it or not, Flintstones. Flintstones. All right.
See that? Favorite childhood toy?
My Ghostbuster toys. Yes.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
If you could have dinner with 3 people, dead or alive, real or fantasy, who would it be and why?
Dead alive. All right. You know what? I would like to do Bob Kane and Bill Finger just to get that shit out the way. Who the fuck really created Batman? Just to get that out the way. That'll be with 2 guys. Let me see who else. That's a good question. Wow. Stanley, because Stanley was an amazing guy for Marvel, and he's comic book. When you think comic book, you think Stanley. So you know what I mean.
Hell of a dinner right there.
Yeah. Hey, listen, I only rock with the big boys. That's it, man. That's it.
Can I sit at the table next to you? What would you pick for your last meal?
What would I pick for my last meal? Wow, that's a burger, cheeseburger. A cheeseburger, hell yeah, bacon cheeseburger at that. Fuck that.
You're about to get lit up, and you want a cheeseburger.
Fuck yeah, I want a bacon cheeseburger at that.
Fucking extra bacon.
Sith feels cheated.
Questions when I was on the show. Yeah, well, right. Part 2. Part 2.
There you go.
Last one. On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate the Kranky Canadian?
Oh man, 20. 20.
Oh,
that's 20, brother.
That's a self-gratifying question right there.
Oh man, awesome, man.
Sith, I only ask this to people I think can answer questions quickly.
Oh, shots fired!
Ooh, bang bang!
Jesus,
bang, bang. Hey, Sith.
All right, guys in the chat, if anybody has any questions for Joker, myself, or Dave, ask them now. Remember, in the comments or the description of this video, you're going to see links to Joker's Instagram page. You're going to see links to his YouTube page, as well as down further as part of Friends of the Show. You'll see him and Lords of the Long Box, and you'll see Thoro and Erod and NY Warriors and Very Gary, Aegis of Alaska. So make sure you go in those description and see all those people and check out, subscribe to their channel.
Listen, I just see people in the chat there. Listen, I'm not the only one having expensive dinners there, guys. So that's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? I like that. I like that. That's
spaghetti
good.
and meatballs. There you go. There you go.
Hold the record for the most.
Oh, there you go. Still holds the record for most views. TiVo. Look at that.
Does he? How does he
We
know that?
have to go. We got to go back and look at that.
Now I got to go back. We'll just assume he checked.
Yeah, there you go.
Say okay.
There you go.
Nice.
Oh, my man doesn't stats, I guess.
I can't believe he's surprised by that. It was a good interview. What do you mean?
It was a good one.
Yeah.
But hey, man.
So, Dave, what do we got going on this Friday, Dave?
Oh, we have our Christmas 3 Men in a Basement Christmas Spectacular. We got some good trivia. We got some good giveaways. I'm sure a ton of laughs and probably a lot of drinking. I'm pretty excited about it myself. So Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard, and it's going to be a good one.
Yeah, we got some great stuff. A lot of generous people have donated some stuff for us to give away, as well as ourselves having some stuff to give away. We're going to do trivia, not only about comics and pop culture movies, but also personal things about our show, about 3 Men in a Basement channel. So be there. Starts at 8 o'clock. We're going to have a lot of stuff to give away, probably a couple hours. You got to have to be in the chat to win.
And there you go.
This right here,
Joker.
I do have a favorite slab now. I have to show in the New York Warriors tonight. Just that's all I got to say. I unboxed it today, and we're gonna show it.
You just got it, huh?
I just got it. So it's one of my big boys in my collection. So stay tuned for that right there.
Something you submitted?
Something I've acquired slabbed, but I cracked it open, cleaned it, pressed it, and got it slabbed, and came back the same grade. So
nice. There you go.
So
you changed slab companies, or you stayed?
No, it was the same. It's CGC. Yeah. So
nice.
Stay tuned tonight, man. And it's a big boy book, man. That's all I gotta say. So
nice.
Yeah.
Yes. All of them.
I'm hoping that by that time I might be able to have a drink. Who the hell knows?
Nice.
I might be doing salsa water like I'm doing tonight. My Spidey powder color. Make sure you guys check out Jose Gonzalez.
Yep.
He does amazing work.
I don't have one yet. I gotta get one.
Come on, Dave. With the
I gotta get in the game. So
awesome.
All right, man. Well, we've been kicking it here for almost an hour. Mike, I appreciate you being on with us. This is the part of the show where I say, tell the people what you got going on. If you've got something to sell, now's the time for you to sell it, brother.
Well, you know me. I'm always got something to sell, right? Whether it's books or a show or a promo, whatever the hell. But definitely tune in tonight, man, at 10 p.m. Eastern, guys. About an hour away after the show. Go to Home of the New York Warriors. If you're not subscribed, man, sub up. They're on the road to 2,000. Biggs is doing a 2,000 giveaway for that. He's giving away 2 statues, guys. Two statues. So it's awesome giveaway. I think it's a Joker and I think it's a Spider-Man, if I'm not mistaken, statues.
Nice.
But besides that, what I have going on my channel, man, is going to be East Meets West. This week, you do not want to miss East Meets West. I have a surprise. I will reveal it more throughout the week, Wednesday, Thursday. I'll let y'all know. But it's a nice special. It's not a Christmas spectacular special like the thing in the basement this Friday, but it's something different, and I'm just excited to show it. Me, Josh, and Gomez. We put our heads together in this, and we want to make this an annual thing. So stay tuned for that. And besides that, man, just make sure y'all subscribe to my channel so you can watch East Meets West. So just go to my channel, subscribe, turn on the notification bells, and just watch it, man. Give it a little taste. Try out my old episodes and see how it is. If you like it, stay subscribed. If you don't, then I got you. I understand. You know what I mean? So besides that.
Like I said, in the description of the video, guys, you'll find Joker's link to his YouTube. You'll also find NY Warriors link for them for later on tonight, plus all the other friends of the channel. Lords of the Long Box are on tomorrow, 6 p.m. so 9 o'clock Eastern for their cover price top 10.
Hey, my man, Proman, yo, you're not even on the show, my man. You're not even on the show. Calm down, T-Bo. Calm down, bro.
Make sure you check them out. Make sure you check out all the friends. And hey, go like Joker said, go there, subscribe, hit the notification bell, check out the content. They're friends of the show because not only do they support us, but everything they do is stuff that we enjoy, stuff that the same kind of content we put out. So it's great stuff. It's fun. And the live stuff is just great because you have fun with the chat, with fun with each other. It's part of the reason they see you and I all over YouTube.
And again, man, I want to say thank you, Roger, for doing this. It was awesome. Awesome time. I had a great time, man. Dave, shout out to you, man, for holding it down, man. And welcome back, Roger. For real. Welcome back.
Appreciate that. And I definitely appreciate you being on. And, one of these days I'll be back on East Meets West.
Yeah, no, we got you, man. I got 2021. We're gonna get some guests in here, man. Definitely.
Because technically, when I was on your channel, it wasn't East Meets West. So.
And no, it was. It was just me and Gomez. It was just me and Gomez.
Oh, okay.
You were on the early iteration.
So the OG. That's right.
Yeah, you was the OG one.
Shit. Yeah, that's right. So I should just appreciate that and shut the hell up, right?
When we have you again, yo. More than that. There's always a great time with you, Roger. Always.
Dave, want to say your goodbyes, brother?
Yes, goodbye, Roger. It's good to see you, dude. I'm happy that you're feeling better. Joker, you're doing big things, my man. I'm always tuning in. Really appreciate it. And no, this is fun. This is impromptu for me, so I'm stoked. Thanks, man.
Great job, man. Great job.
Thanks. And I appreciate the help tonight. Definitely. I try to do too much right now. Like I said, I'm still only about 60%, so I'd have been lost. We wouldn't have been seeing some of the questions on the chat. So I appreciate you, Dave. And everybody in the chat, everybody who's reached out to me over the last couple of weeks, I really appreciate all the well wishes. I'm on the road to recovery, and hopefully by Friday I'm well enough to have a little Tito's inside me. You know what I'm saying? I have a little Christmas giveaway. Pause. Yeah, great. It's gonna be amazing.
Sid got that one.
He just marked that on YouTube. Yeah.
Oh God.
So, I appreciate everybody who's here, everybody watching on the rewind, everybody that was in the chat, everybody participated. Joker, once again, man, I really appreciate you coming on. Good luck with everything you're doing. Like I said, people check out in the description of the video, you'll see all the links for their channel so you can subscribe. Dave, I appreciate you. Appreciate you coming on and being my co-pilot tonight.
Gotcha.
And so on behalf of 3 Men in the Basement, Everado, Dave in the Cave, I'm Roger Levesque. What I say, the best, most valuable thing you can give to me is your time. Thank you for giving me your time. Peace out, everybody. Good night, Canada.